I'm here with Jim Nantz of CBS Sports at
Hello, friends.
NCAA Tournament Media Day. Jim, getting ready to do the tournament.
My TV series right here, How I Met Your Mother, David. Did you watch that, by the way?
No, actually,
February the 1st.
but I have a friend who has it on tape, so I didn't know you were going to be on
the
there.
The highest rated How I Met Your Mother of the season was February 1st.
Okay.
I just happened to have a guest appearance there. Just absolute. Had nothing to do with it.
How about getting ready to do the tournament now? It's good this weekend.
I'm an actor now. I do episodic television. I don't do. But I can't wait. You know, we're having a busy day here, David. We're getting a chance to meet at our annual NCAA basketball seminar, and it's fun to see the whole team come together. All the broadcasters, producers, directors, all the behind-the-scenes people. Before we all go spread out in 8 different directions for the first week of the tournament, kind of create our game plan for our strategy and the way that we want to produce the tournament and the way we want to tell the story. So hey, we're lucky. We're lucky to have these kind of events in our stable at CBS. And this is the 29th year that CBS has been on the road to the Final Four, and I've been there for 20, this will be now 25.
You're coming off the Super Bowl, and you have the Masters afterwards. What about college basketball? How does that fit in between? What in terms of your favorite events to broadcast?
Well, it's hard to say one thing you like more than the other. Just as any parent would have a hard time saying that this is my favorite child of the 3 that I have. It's they're all unique. They all have their different vibe and rhythm and energy. But I'll tell you, there's nothing that quite captures a month like this next one coming up with the NCAA tournament. And everybody's going to be, by this time next week, they're going to have their brackets in hand. They're going to try to handicap the tournament, figure it out, win their office pools. Everybody's going to be interactive and involved and engaged. And then, you know, when it all gets worked out down to the last 4 teams, you descend upon a city like Indianapolis, and everybody thinks that their team that's going to make it there, that is there, is going to win the championship. So I love the feeling of it, and you know, I don't even right now start thinking about the Masters as the week behind it. I've got a lot of work to do in the meantime, and a lot of fun events to watch from courtside.
This is going to be your 25th Final Four, your 20th calling it. What does that mean to you?
It means that my life has flown by in a blur because I'm 50, so it's my 25th one. So half of my life I've been fortunate enough to be on the guest list for CBS and go to the Final Four. That's a nice milestone to reach, David. I honestly could have never imagined something like that. I just hope that it gets to keep going. You know, this is an event to me that I was very passionate about when I was a young kid. College basketball. I was born in North Carolina. My father took me to my first game when I was 8 years old, and I always had a big appreciation for the college game more than the pro game. And I'm thrilled about Indianapolis and, you know, what lies ahead here with these games in the next 3 weeks.
I know you're big on this thing. I know the brackets aren't out yet, but I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who would like to know what favorites you think are going to do well, and maybe a few sleepers that people should be keeping an eye on.
Well, based on what I'm hearing from my expert colleagues like Clark Kellogg, it looks like Kansas, Kentucky, and Syracuse are pretty firm number ones, and there'll be some jockeying this weekend ahead here for the 4th number 1, with Duke playing into that mix, and maybe Kansas State or West Virginia or Ohio State. There are a few options there. But it's a year that I've never seen it quite like this. There's not returning star power to the tournament. There's not a Stephon Curry or a Tyler Hansbrough coming back to the NCAA tournament field. So that's exciting for us. It puts a little bit more of a challenge into our jobs to help. We can't create stars; they create it for themselves. But it's a little greater demand for us to make sure we've done our research and told the story about, you know, anecdotal stuff about who these people are. Stars are going to emerge. And the other thing is we got a lot of the power teams we're accustomed to having in the field, like a North Carolina and a UCLA, unless they win their conference tournaments. They're not going to be there this year. So the end result is it's more wide open. It should be more unpredictable. And I think in the end, people are going to enjoy it more. You know, last year North Carolina was a marvelous team. I mean, they just blitzed right through the tournament, won every game by double digits. And they were the best team and could not have put together a finer run than they did. And I don't think it's, you know, we're in store for something like that this year. It's just for people that are running, their bracket pools or all those other kind of like NCAA pools where you pick a handful of teams, maybe a top seed, maybe a second tier top seed, or and you get more points if you pick the super sleeper. I mean, this is going to take a real year of expertise to figure something out like that.
One or two sleepers that you like?
I think if sleepers would come out of the Power Six conferences, some team that maybe is out there in the middle of the pack in a Big 12 like a Baylor or a Texas A&M or maybe Maryland. I don't think is going to. It would be a surprise they made it to the Final Four, but coming off a recent win against Duke, it's going to be, I think, a year where the makeup of the Final Four. It may still have those power conference participants, but it may not be the teams that are at the top all season long. It may be the third or fourth best team in the regular season that's going to get there. That's kind of exciting.
Well, Jim, thanks a lot, and have a great 3 weeks.
Thanks, Dave. Good luck to you, man. I know you're a big college basketball fan. Always enjoyed talking to you about it.
Same here.
All
Thanks
the best,
a lot,
my friend.
Jim.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
buddy. Bye-bye.